mean stuff to me. Like that's, I could identify with Raggedy Ann. Raggedy Ann. Because we did the best we can. Okay, I'm not putting this here because 3 times I knocked it over. So I'm going to set it right here next to my light. I'll put it on my magnets. My magnets are a coaster. These are my magnets. What do you do for fun and for free? Oh, all kinds of stuff.
Fun and free.
For fun and for free.
Fun and free.
For fun and for free. What do you do for fun and for free? All kinds of things. That's why the world's going bankrupt, because everybody needs money to do stuff, and their egos are saying, you need so much. You're nothing if you don't. They're driven by their ego. It's this little voice in their head that says you must conquer. So society's collapsing. Me and Mom are just chilling. It's been a weird couple of days ago, and people suck. They really suck. Like, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I'm always coming to a situation, I have no expectation of the outcome. I have no idea how this is going to go. I just want a service rendered, and I'll give you money in exchange for services rendered, a fair exchange of money for and that isn't a thing no more. The cousin that's supposed to take care of the maintenance, like, New Mexico is so funny. There's so much money in this state, but they don't want to spend it. So they want everybody to do them a favor. So they get their cousins to do stuff. And if they can't rely on their cousins, then sometimes they'll hire somebody else. And so there's been this menagerie of in and out of maintenance, and I've had stuff stolen from me twice every time one of the cousins come around. Every time one of the cousins come around. This is the second time it's happened. It's my fault. I didn't secure my pressure washer. It's my fault. Because I don't like, that's why I'm such a private person. Because people suck. And so she, like, the situation was like, something happened with the property, and the cousin knee-jerk called a buddy of hers to fix something on the property. And the landlord's like, no, I'm trying to get a hold of my actual plumbers down in Albuquerque, which I'm all for, because those guys were a good crew. They're top-notch. They were professionals. They weren't stupid cousins. And so, but they had this other guy come here first, and so it was between these two people. Anyway, so the pump went out Thursday night. Friday. Pump went out on Friday. No, it went out on Thursday. That's what it was. And I was like, okay. It's still hot in northern New Mexico. Mom gets hot. Hey, what's up? And so I immediately called no, it was Friday. What was it? It was noon on Friday. And I called the landlord, and then he told me to call the cousin, and I said I'd rather call the plumber directly. So I sent her a text asking what the plumber's number was. It was Thursday. Because Friday at 9 a.m. I called the plumber, because she texted me at, like, I messaged her at noon. She didn't get back to me until 3:30, and I know she didn't go 3, you know, like, I mean, people blow me off all the time. They just treat me like shit. I'm used to it. It's just how it is. I accept it. I don't let it ruin my day. I don't let it piss me off. I don't let it, like, make me strategically plan to retaliate. No, it's just how people are. It's how my dad was like it. My brother's like it. My mom used to kind of be a jerk to me, but she got knocked in the head, and it knocked some sense into her, so she's been nice to me ever since, kinda. And so the guy didn't even call me back until 2 o'clock on Friday. When I left the message on Friday morning, I said, it's hot in here. I said, call me. I said, send me a text. If you can't do it, I gotta get on getting somebody else. You know? I gotta, and then so finally I was like, you know what? It's like the pump on a swamp cooler is no different than swapping out your pump on a fish tank. It's the same thing. It's easy peasy. And so I looked it up at the hardware store. Took mom down to the hardware store with me. It was hot. I bought two because I didn't look at what the pump was rated for. If it was 7,000 or 10, and it's a small kind of. And so I got the 7 and the 10. And it was like $100. Wow. And the lady's like, "Do you know that there's a 25% restock fee?" I said, "You seriously?" Maybe it's 20%. I said, "You charge people to walk over and put the thing back on a shelf?" That's why I freaking hate supporting local, man, because I get screwed over all the fucking time. So every chance I get, man, I get why people just go to Espanola and freaking Santa Fe, because my own stupid cousins screw me over every chance I get, literally. Like, we found out mom was born in Cuesta, and one of her cousins works at that Ace, and I was like, good thing mom was born and not raised here, because maybe we might have a stingy heart like you. They suck, man. People just suck. They just want to take advantage because they got demons. They got demons. The world's riddled with demons. No, it's my stupid cousin, too. Mom was born in Cuesta. I'm surrounded by stupid cousins. That's what the Taos hum is from, don't you know? I haven't had a thought put together in 2 years, but let's go to the car show. It's funny. And the town is even putting out, like, warnings and stuff like that. Like, we know that it's not safe here. We're just going to keep paying the 60 sheriff and police to, you know, walk around with the badge and collect a paycheck. Like, my mom worked harder on welfare than these fluffy freeloaders do. America! You know what the police are? The Fraternal Order of Butt Stuff. No, excuse me. They're a tighter bond than that. It's the Fraternal Brotherhood of Butt Stuff. They call it the circle jerk of greed. That's why they're always, like, taking naps with their buddies under trees and stuff like that. And crime goes up. And it's their kids that are tormenting the streets because daddy doesn't love them. It's really quite unfortunate. That's alright. Maybe we could rebuild from the rubble. Maybe we could start over because we're at the end of the United States of America. We're watching the country dissolve because 3 generations played Grand Theft Auto for the last 30 years. And then it's like, a fire comes, what do? Run away. No, put it out. God, what do you mean run away? Put it out. I can't be bothered. I'm playing Grand Theft Auto. I'm on this fun level. Or I'm playing Mortal Kombat. Last video game I played was Mario 3. Back in 1992, 93, 94. Somewhere around there. Yeah, because you know what? There's more to life than just fucking rinse, repeat. I don't have the mind that I can sit and do the same thing. I'm so multifaceted. I give these away. I am so multifaceted. Because, you know what's funny? You know what cracks me up? That you got all these, like, tough males walking around planet Earth. These big old tough guys all over the world. And you know what the statistic is now? 1 in 5 need a little blue pill to be a man. That's where America's at right now. Like the picture that they painted of the United States when I was a little kid, you know, go to Disneyland, do it every year. Like, people do that every year. My brother's a part of the program. I am not a part of the program. I am the opposite of the program. To me, program is nepotism. Like, people get their jobs and stuff like that because They're buddies in the fraternity and the sorority hired her. That everybody in politics they're all in a sorority and a fraternity. Poli sci is acting class. Might as well have their SAG card. They might as well have their SAG card. So school's back in session, and all these teachers are crying on the internet because they're so sad because kids don't. They're in high school and they don't know how to read. They're supposed to be going to college and they don't know how to read. They said I was retarded as all get out. They said I was so stupid. They said I was going to be institutionalized, that I was retarded, and that don't ever expect anything of me. Hold on, I'll get them. Don't expect anything from me. And I still did all kinds of stuff with my life in a very short period of time. And you got a bunch of society that's really pissed off because they're trying to build to do something. And that the opportunity to do that isn't going to be like what it used to be. It's not what it used to be. Like, there's no competition because the position is already filled with somebody else. When I go to the store, as long as Mom has yogurt, we got oatmeal, I mean, we can live on next to nothing. There's a lot of people on this earthly plane that aren't used to living on nothing. They're not used to it. They don't know how to go without. It's gonna break their brains. You mean I can't get my Starbucks because I can't afford it anymore? Because they're playing reindeer games. Because Biff never went without a meal. Because narcissists run the earth. Because the earth has been given permission to have free will, and then people use their free will to do really, really weird things with it. I'm a prude. I've been a prude my whole life. I've only had a couple of girlfriends. One of them got married yesterday. See, I'm the one that's like, oh no, because women are like, I'm like, I'm a woman. You can't pull over the same game. Like, I'm masculine, but still, you can't trick me the same way you trick these dudes. Like, I'm a human lie detector. I know when you're a liar. And so they like to go back to dudes because they like to play the game, some sort of stupid game. And I'm like, I don't play games, so I haven't been on a date in 10 years. It's silly, like that life. I mean, why would I date? Who would I date? What's to date? Like, stimulating conversation. I see social media. It's not compelling. You know? I might as well just talk to myself. I mean, the dumbing down of society is full commenced. It's full commenced. We're in the dumbing down of society. It's bad, and there's so many serious things. You know what though? You don't need intelligence to be resourceful and to survive. And that's what we're finding out is like survival. A lot of people are having to survive right now. What is it? Gary, Indiana. What was that? Patty Joe, second girl I ever dated. We didn't date for very long, and we only dated like 6-7 months, and half of that she lived in Gary, Indiana. Rest in peace, Patty Joe. And she and her brother and her mom would drive over to Dayton, Ohio. And so, like, I learned about Ohio, through her and stuff. And then later I went to Ohio myself. No, not Ohio, Iowa. I've never been to Ohio. Iowa, I drove all the way through. But why did I bring up Patty Joe? Oh, yeah. She was the one that broke me of liking, what do you call it? Halloween. Yeah, because she called me on Halloween and said that she was pregnant. And I said, well, it's not mine. And I was like, I was handing out candy because I always wanted to do that and I hadn't done it since I was a kid and stuff. And then I get this call and I'm like, well, that just kind of put a damper on Halloween for me. Yeah, I guess she died few years back in a terrible car accident. So, Gary, Indiana has been without power for 11 days.
Wow.
11 days, no electricity. I've never gone 11 days without electricity. I've done a lot of things for 11 days.
Wow.
I've gone without water for 2.5 years. I've gone without air conditioning. Like, power is just something that I've always, it's gone out intermittently, but because of that, I have like 3 generators. I have a little Jackery, like a 3600, and then like I have a gas powered outside. So just so I can like keep Mom comfortable, and Luna and Stan Lee, just so I can keep them comfortable. You know, living this earthly incarnation should just be about like having to survive against Earth. Hey, what's up? I give these stickers away. I'm Marge. I'm the I'm sorry for my I'm sorry for my service airman, and so I give out these stickers to places. Straight people. I'm autistic. They said in '87, so I came up with that. I still have the original picture. I don't know how I kept it. Like, we moved 32 times since I was like 2 years old. I counted the last week, a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, how we managed to, and my body is wearing out, so it's hard to. I've got one more move in me, and then that's the place. I don't want to move no more. I am done. So I love the world and I love travelers though. So I want to bring people that are outside in the world to Taos for 3 nights and 4 days just to hang out, check it out, and I'll be your tour guide. Yeah, I'll give you all the skinny, the dirt, you know, like what Taos is really like, not just the fluffy Julia Roberts bullcrap version. You know, Taos is no better off because Julia Roberts lived here 20 years because she raised her kids in a really nice, peaceful environment. Taos is no better off. There's like no Julia Roberts Park. She actually lived in Donald Rumsfeld's old house. So that is karma. Like, that's the same heart space. She had the same. I just don't like false idol worship. Yeah. So they said I was autistic in '87. I came up with this, and then like I have T-shirts. These are magnets, and they're pretty cool. They're pretty. I get them off Sticker Mule. They're very thin, but it goes through the car wash. Like, it stays on the car wash. Most of the time, people don't like me, so they won't accept my gifts. I don't even know what that is. Like, denied. What is that? Whatever. Like, I'm trying to be friendly because I really hate the world. I'm trying not to hate the world, so I'm trying to be friendly because people suck. They do. And then I was sometimes I'll run my stats. I'll test accuracy of AI by running my stats to see if it says the same if my birth time. See if it says if it's consistent. And I catch its mistakes. That's how good I know my chart. Today it said I was a projector in human design. I said, no, I'm not. I said, you better check your shit. I said, I am a manifesting generator. Projectors are jealous of us. Ask that one guy that is a projector that wishes he was, but he ain't. Oh, dude, dudes have penis. They get penis in people. Like, man, she's a bigger man than I am. And I'm only a 5'4" dude. It's funny how energy works. That's just how it works. I didn't ask to be this way. I didn't want to be this way. I'm just trying to do the best I have with what I got. And I have 29 degrees Saturn in Gemini in the 12th house. And evidently that doesn't even mean anything to astrologers either. And it's also, it's chilling conjunct with Mars, 23 degrees. And my south node in Gemini also. So that's my 12th house. It's pretty packed. I'm done. I'm done with this planet. I'm the alien. It's me. I'm the alien. Y'all are human and y'all are weird. It's the humans that are into butt stuff, not aliens, by the way, in case you didn't know. It's humans that are in that, because they're chasing sensation, and a dude's G-spot's in his butt time. They're all about terrible. It's terrible. It's not me. I've been celibate 10 years. I don't do these things. I don't do these things. I am not a breeder. I am not here to bring life on this earth. I am here to warn life on this earth. That you need to stop putting life on this earth until you clean it up. Because, dude, why don't people understand when they have children? It is all the best parts and all the worst parts in you. They don't get it because they just see all the best parts of them and then all the worst parts in their spouse. They're not, it's like, but when you're with somebody and you merge, you know, if you create a life, like, that should be a contract. Like, people should have to go to school, like, learn how to change a diaper. Like, there's all these things. Mom was in an orphanage. That's how I understand the significance and the importance of taking care of little things when they're babies and nurture them and let them know what security feels like before the frickin' world hits to them. Mom never got to feel that, so she had 2 kids, was a single mom. She thought she had the fairy tale wedding, and then she didn't realize that my dad was one of those dirty D dudes, and just looking for a place to put it, because he's a man, you know, and that's what men do. My dad's a machismo. He's all the things in society that are gross. All men. And my brother too. So I don't have good examples of who the divine masculine. You know, and then I've been looking at researching religions and stuff my whole life. I've been looking like. Mom did too. It started with Mom. She'd start out with like the Church of Religious Science. We go to Baptist church. We go to Catholic church, Presbyterian, all these different churches just to figure out like which one was telling the truth. And it didn't matter what they were saying as long as you were putting money in the basket. Then I got sober and went to AA and I was like, hey, this is like church. It don't matter who you are as long as you put money in the basket. But it's not affiliated with any church, but it passes the basket like a church, and it uses people like a church. I don't like religions and stuff. That's what I learned about all these religions I learned about. I learned that I don't like religions. I like that I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. And, you know, as long as we're laughing and being joyful in life and not causing harms to others, you know, things are pretty okay. And whenever I have extra, I try and share that extra with other people. You know, Mom's happy. She's had such a hard life, you know, and I see people all over the world, like, they're born, and they're, like, no content with their parent and stuff like that. And I'm like, what'd they do? You know, it is, like, nothing really significant. Nothing, like, they don't give me money whenever I want. Oh, okay, so you don't, oh, it's just, what is this world come to? I try not to pay too much attention out there, and I've had such a gnarly headache the last 2 days that, or today, no, actually yesterday was good. This morning I woke up and I could feel it in my eyeballs, and I was like, oh no, I have to get on top of it. And I wanted to go back to sleep so I could wake up like 20 minutes. Usually that'll snap my headache out of it. Nope. Mom was up and ready to start the day. Yeah. Hi, Mom. You doing good today, Mom? We went and walked around. Got some fresh air. It rained. It rained. I send people stuff and they don't want to. They don't even acknowledge it. It's my fault. It's always my fault. I should just not even try. I should just not. I should stop texting people. I should stop communicating altogether. Because when I do, I get ignored anyway. So I might as well just not do it. And then I don't have to worry about ever getting answers to my questions. I like feedback. I want people to. That's what, like, the thing I'm going to do with this is I want to send them all over the United States and then put on my map of places in the United States that my stickers and magnets are. Right? That's what, because, and then invite people to come here, and then mom, and we could show them Taos, huh, mom? Not the plastic Taos, not the superficial Taos. I've never been to a museum in this town. I don't like museums. See, I can do art too. I can also do an engine swap. Like, it's so nice that people get to live frilly, fluffy lives, and they never had to do nothing hard. This dude, I was trying to listen to his astrology perception today. Sam Geppy, he don't even live in the United States. Like, dude, what? There's so many people that didn't pick up litter to make it better, you know. And it's not fun anymore. So let's leave, because they sucked it for all that it's worth, you know. Leave it to the indigenous. We'll clean it up. We'll make it decent again. Don't fucking come back here. Excuse my language. I'm trying not to cuss. Don't freaking come back here, confound it. Like, they didn't, you know, the revolving door, they always complain about Mexico, and you know how many people I know in Omaha that it's like a revolving door. They're always in Mexico. Cancun, Cozumel. I'm just like, what? Like, how do people afford this stuff, you know? Life goes on for most of planet Earth. Most people aren't impacted by like I don't know, the prices going up. It's Virgo season. I'm in detox season, so I don't eat a bunch of food, and mom always eats the same diet, so our lives aren't impacted, you know. I don't go out and go to concert. Like, it's not even safe in the park where I live. The town put out a freaking notice. Some lady got attacked, and her dog got attacked. She and her dog got attacked. Busted her face all up. I didn't even see. I haven't gone down there in months. I used to walk around downtown all the time, like early in the morning and stuff, but it feels different because it's creepy, because you got soulless things walking all over the place, you know? People don't got no soul. Like, why would you travel all the way? Like, there's been times I walk around the town square and there's literally like 8 people standing around, and there's like a water bottle on the ground right there. Girl sitting here, people here. Oh, take my picture, honey. And I'm like, I come walking up and there's garbage right there, and there's all these people just pretending like there isn't. And I got it. I'll make a scene. I don't care. I'm a fool. I'm a clown. I'm Heyoka. People gotta try harder to ignore me anyway, and I'm just like, I got it. Don't worry, y'all. Just do nothing while you're standing there. Because people just don't care. Because it's all they have the brain that someone also take care of it. It's someone else's problem. Well, I've always been support staff. When I was in the military, I was flight line support. That shit, you learn that shit, crap rolls downhill. Yeah. And there's always somebody that's going to have to clean up the very worst part of the mess. And I was always on that team. And now, like, the expectation, you know, like, there's this fire. I wonder where it's at now, the Frijoles fire. Is it out because it's raining? What's happening with the Frijoles fire now, down by Santa Fe? I did a whole thing. They only had like 24 people working on that fire for like 3-4 days. Like they should have set like 500 people there to put it out, to surround it, and that's how America needs to respond to situations. Just flash, be done with it. In this country, not over there, not dropping bombs. I'm so over that narrative. I'm so over frickin' machismos that frickin' want to bomb people and kill people. So I make my own t-shirt. It says, I'm sorry for my service because America's a big fat liar, and now it's on fire. And then now Gary, Indiana has been without power for 11 days. I can't imagine what it would be like without power for 11 days. We've been without a lot. Well, we did live on Backbone Ridge without power, Mom. But I was going to school, so I still got to like. We were taking showers in buckets. It got cold. Thank goodness for handy wipes. They make those now. Like you got too many people. They didn't go without. They didn't suffer. They don't know what it's like to stink and then have your peers like not want to be around you. And it's like, sorry, I smell bad. I would love to freaking clean up. I just don't have any place to do it. So I want to make a place in Taos for all the junkies and all the scumbags and all the trash heaps. They can come take a shower. I'll make them a meal. A nice outdoor kitchen. They can do their laundry. Because when people have purposeful lives, then they don't want to do that other stuff as much. I used to be a drunk. 13 years I drank like an alcoholic. Shia LaBeouf is still doing it. He can't stop. He's 40 years old. He can't stop. It's against his probation, and he's like, sorry, dude, I'm still drinking like a drunk every day. What are you going to do? Throw him in jail. That'll dry him out. But no, he's such a cool guy. He's such a cool guy. He was in movies. That's why he's a drunk, because he doesn't even know who he is, because he was too busy playing other people's, to being what other people wanted him to do. And he took money for it. That's how people compromising your morals is how you sell your soul. Just even when I was a little girl, I was just like this little Debbie do-gooder, and I was just like, why are they because I once I found out that actors had like other wives that they were married to other people and they were just pretending on, and I was like, well, they're cheating on their spouses then. Oh, they're just acting. It don't matter. When you're kissing somebody else and you're married to somebody, it don't matter if you're a cheater. You're a cheater. And then they create industries so the cheaters can prosper. Military, Washington, D.C., it's all a script. My family, I come from the Walton. I'm a bloodline of Isaac Walton. He wrote the book of the Complete Angler. It's it teaches people how to manipulate people. Like Machiavellianism. Like watch them, study the water. It's just the same thing, different words. Only he puts funny little, quippy little, cute little pictures in it. But I don't like reading, so I will. The Falcon and Jerkin, the Falcon and the Tassel Gentle, the Lanyard and the. It's funny because I'm all about the word whimsy, and I'm just kind of tripping out that. He is so much all about the word whimsy. And now to return to hawks, from who I have made too long a digression. You are to note that they are usually distinguished into two kinds, namely the long-winged and the short-winged hawk. Of the first kind, there is chiefly in use amongst us in the nation. The gerfalcon and the jerkin, the falcon and the tassel gentle, the lanyard and the lanyarette, the baccaral and the baccarette, the saker and the sakerette, the merlin and the jack merlin, the hobby and the jack. There is the stiletto of Spain, the blood red rook from Turkey. I learned how to play freaking chess when I was 3. This is just weird. The Wakasi from Virginia, and then there's a short. I walked out, let Luna out today. There's a turkey vulture feather out there, so that was cool. Gentlemen, if I should enlarge my disclosure to the observation of the Eries, the Brancher, the Ramish hawk, the haggard, and the 2 sorts of linters, and the treat of their several areas. I used to do, like, when I was in the military, they would, like, have different names for parts and stuff like that, and I'd make up songs for tools, not parts, for tools. Like the air chuck, somebody go use it, I'd go ask them the question, how much air could air chuck if an air chuck could chuck air? Oh my gosh, so it's in me. I'm really, yeah. Nepotism ain't never done me no favors though. That's why I make fun of the club because I didn't even know that there was a club, and then I found out it was a club, and then I was like, boy, my family's in that club. And then I started thinking about my history, and and I'm like, oh, because I was always the outsider. I wasn't invited to stuff. I wasn't. My own brother has said it's just for family, and I said, you realize that you and me, we come from the same place, both from mom, right? Like we're full brothers. Like I am like your family. No. That's not what I meant. They always say that that's not what I meant when it's exactly what they mean. I just was too fake. I was too loyal and too trusting. That's what it was. Is I let them off the hook. I just let them be jerks to me because it's just my brother, But regular people, they're regular girls, their brothers. They don't teach. Their brothers don't treat their sisters the way my brother. They don't tap their sister and slam their sister's head in the ground. I don't think I know any other sister that had a brother that's ever done that I know in real life. Like everybody I know is like their brother is like their protector. And I used to stick up for my brother. But he's one of those actors, and I'm one of those tuning forks, and I'm like, oh, lies, he's lying. I'd be like, why are you acting like that? Why are you acting weird? That's not how you act. And then he didn't want me around because he didn't want the people that he was around that knew he was full of shit. And that's why mostly I don't have it, because it gets to a point that I'm an observer of this planet. I got this book yesterday too. This is a big one. This one has little words. This one, it's called Dictionary of Scriptures and Myths, a classic reference guide to the sacred language of the religions of the world. Woo! So that's fun. That's fun. And then I got this one, the language crystal. This is how they use words as spells. This is how they do it. Money and mortality. The so-called mental health expert in Baby M case, Dr. Judith Grief in German to touch, and looks like Grief said Mary should not touch her child for 4 years while retaining parental rights. What could a mother's rights be if not to touch, nurse, or baby? Ma, I got taken away from you. They took me away from Mom alive. They put her in state hospitals. Yeah, because they were friends with the courts, and it's all gross. It's all gross because, and you know how I figured out how they were friends with the courts? Because my grandma was a real estate agent, so they were always filing stuff with the court system. That's how, Mom. That's how I figured that out. I went up and looked in Hessig in San Luis Obispo County, and the history of that. I should go get the court papers. And put my adult brain on that. I already know that I come from monsters. That's why I gotta try so hard not to be a monster. That's why I gotta keep it nice and light, because I don't want to freaking hurt nobody. Because I'm from people that like hurt people. They like legitimately hurt people. My dad has beat somebody before, and they died like a month later. But because there was so much time, they couldn't say because he crushed his skull in, My dad got his karma though. He got it back. He got crushed by a cobra bite, supposedly. I don't know. Maybe he got jumped and he freaking did dirty the wrong lot lizard and got jumped or something. Because that's how he really was, He looks like Jeffrey Epstein. I haven't talked to him in years. We don't. But we've gone 5-10 years. I don't know. When your family hates you, they don't care. So like in their mind, I'm already dead. They don't care. They don't have feelings. They don't have remorse. When people like study Stoicism and Machiavelli and all these machismo crap, like they give themselves permission to do whatever they want because that's funny that they could go around do whatever they want when it comes to making a lady happy. They can't do that. They can't figure out how to do that. Now we're at the point 1 in 5 are on little blue pills to be men. That's because their mind and their body, there's a disconnect. And it's such a disconnect that they can't satisfy the ones that they want to because they're so dissatisfied. It's not even worth the bother trying to play the reindeer games. Trying to do what people do. Keep up with the Joneses. I never liked the Joneses. They would make me sit in a chair and watch them eat dinner. You know? And I was just always treated and I did, because, okay, this is where it broke my brain. Okay? Because they said I was white. Because Grandma was white. My grandma was a little white hair old lady, right? But like my grandpa, he always got tan. My dad's real brown. And I get real brown. I get so brown, I just don't go out in the sun no more. You know, and Mom's olive complected. She's Spanish and indigenous. She's native to Cuesta. Her bloodline's been up there since the 1400s. And my dad's brown, but they always said we were white. So I'm like, but I see what, but I always got treated. I didn't know what racism was. I'm just now starting to figure out what racism is. See, I don't go by how people look. I go by how they feel. And if people feel icky, I'm just like, ugh. And evidently my light makes other people feel icky. But I would rather, make somebody, an ogre-looking dude, feel icky. Because I know I'm not. And I take care of myself. I put effort into myself. Even though I hurt every single day, and I feel like most days I feel like crap. And I have to be consistent for Mom. Mom needs her meals. Mom, sometimes she needs to get out, and I have to override how crappy I feel to do what's best for her, and be consistent. That's the thing. One of the things I do most of the time is I'll listen to other people's perceptions on astrology, right? I listen to a lot of astrology. And since I started, I've lived in 3 states. I've moved 5 times. I've had a lot of different backgrounds. While I'm supporting the channels of other people that are just they've been in the same place. Maybe one of them or a couple of them have moved a time, But their life has been very, very consistent. They haven't had trials and tribulations. They haven't, not even broken pipes. Come on, life isn't. How does some people get so much of it? Some people are like, I'm 45 and this is the worst thing that's ever happened. I'm like, really? Because the worst thing that ever happened to me, I was 10 months old. My hip still pops. It's funny, I have a bang. I have one bang. Not on this side, I have a bang. Bang! I just have one bang. And soon it'll tuck back up in my ponytail, so it don't matter. Anyway. Life is fun. So I don't know, I just keep trying to picture things how I want to see it. I want to see a miniature golf course where I live. People don't know how to act because they don't have no good examples. They just always act how they want to act, and they're kind of getting Neanderthal-y. And they're really getting bitter because the people that are coming here right now, I have this search on Zillow. There's 84 properties listed for over $1 million in Taos County. And there's a lot of people living in squalor. Even on the Taos Pueblo, you know what they did though? You know what they're doing? They got some sort of kickback. Now they're putting a Marriott at the front gate. So if it wasn't a people zoo before, it really is now. I asked AI to make a people zoo meme of Taos Pueblo and include the admission sign, and it's I'm not doing that. I was like, come on, you're supposed to do whatever I say. Like they charge admission to be like, come see how we live. And then they put a Marriott in? It seems like their people should have gotten an upgrade on their local residents before you want to call. That's the thing. That's what it is. It's like the narcissism feeds their own ego, and they will throw their mother under a bus, like my brother. And then like the empath, me, we do all this stuff to take care of our mom, and then we stop doing all the stuff we did to take care of her so we could take care of her. That's what, there's the difference. See, like we live like, don't put your mom in a home. She started out in the world in an orphanage. That would be horrible for her to have her start out how she began, unloved. But there's so many people that have her blood that could take care of her. They just don't feel like it. You know, I'm the only one that feels like it. Yeah, and so when people have that heart and that mind and they're only serving themselves in the world and building, like, I've been late to TikTok. I've seen this dude. He's sponsored in life. I'm kind of sponsored in life. He's sponsored his life, but he keeps building himself like a bigger place to live. It started out he was on a bus, then he added a little cabin. Now he's got this big old huge thing. He's got boats. He's got, you know, like that Dalton guy. That's just Hickville, USA. That's like, I grew up in Renton. I know all about that. That's like the world I don't want a part of, you know? The clickbait, stuff like that. Just don't drink, okay? Don't drink. Don't be of the population that consumes things and then you act out and then you have to backpedal. It's just not a good thing to do. And the people that people watch just shows me how big the Earth's ego is right now. Because I look at the sum of all parts of everybody on planet Earth and how they act, and then like the Earth changes into, you know, like sometimes the Earth's a pimp. Sometimes the Earth's a Epstein when there's more Epsteins on the Earth. Then the people that are like, hey, don't do weird stuff to people, keep your hands to yourself. When the people that are saying, hey, keep your hands to yourself, are freaking locked away, killed, stuff, and, you know, like bad things happen to people that are telling people to act decent. You know, Cain and Abel in the Bible are still happening. It's that's still happening. It's all the weird stuff they did to me. They made me a freak of nature, dude. It's amazing I haven't ever hurt nobody. They tried to make me a monster. I just wouldn't disconnect from my spirit. They started putting weird shit, stuff made in a lab in me since mom was pregnant. And then they were always taking my blood. I was a freak of nature. I was like, and then I always thought I was like everybody else. And I just wanted people to treat me like everybody else. And they're always pulling me out of the line and making me do this and testing me on this. And what do you know? And what do you know? And I'm like, Mom, I don't want to tell them what I know. Mom. Because being psychic to intuitive, it never did anything for me. It just kept me safe. That's all it did. It kept us safe. That's all it did. It just gave me discernment. Mom taught me to listen to that thing that told me to keep me safe, not the thing that said, you know, because when I was a kid, I would wander off. I'm talking 2-3 years old and go do backflips off walls. So I deduced it down to I was some sort of a machismo in my last life, and I was a Viking. I was the scumbag. I was the, come on, babe, babe. I was the baber. I called one girl babe in my life. I was like, it came out of my mouth because I just always hear people call the people they like babe, and so I tried it on, and I was like, no, that's not something I say. I'm not a baber. Sometimes you talk to people on the phone, they're buyers. You ever talk to a buyer? Bye. They draw their M out. I wonder what astrological placement designates buyers. I wonder what that is. So what's going on in the world, Mom? Should we look? Moving on. Oh, they're Hayden. The first one was Melissa Gilbert. Why don't they teach? Well, she's not looking very good these days either. I used to watch Mom. I have to when the stars evolve into this, I can't watch that. I can't watch. I used to when I was a kid. I was 14 years old. Beetlejuice came out, and I loved old music, old people music. I just like being around old people. I was an old soul, so I was just more comfortable around chill. And Harry Belafonte and stuff like that, you know. And then as I even remember watching back in 2010, I watched 30 Rock with Tina Fey and Alec, and I thought that was funny. And I also watched How I Met Your Mother too. So none of that stuff. It's like I see what other people do to see why they are the way they are. And me too, because I'm Scorpio moon. And see what they evolve into, and I can't. And then plus the whole where he shot and killed that lady, never got in trouble for it down in New Mexico. All that, it's just I can't watch Beetlejuice anymore because of what he is now. I can't. He's the same person. I can't. Because I don't know him. People I can. If I saw relations, I can hold more space to. You know, if I've met him before. It's are they the same person? Because I know I'm not the same person I was last year. Just last year, I was an entirely different person. I've mellowed out so much. But the 3 years before that, I was in a heightened state because all my dogs were getting old and passing. It was just hard. And people don't care when you go through hard things. That's why when I go out in the world, I can feel when people are going through hard things, and I will offer to lighten their load, to burden their burden, because I know what it's like, especially people that don't have nothing. They don't have support. They don't have, you know, I just found out my bank is a family-owned bank. Now I gotta change banks. Because families only take care of themselves. They don't take care of they pick and choose. It's so, when you make a veteran put down 20% and they're using their VA loan, that's shady. That's just you picking rules, and I can't condone that. So I can't do business with people that are stupid cousins. I can't. I'll just go someplace else, or I'll go without. That's the thing. It's just, do I need this thing that I need to go there to get? I haven't shopped in Walmart in years. Years. I haven't walked into a Walmart maybe 3 years, and I was with somebody else shopping. I don't live on the same planet as all these other people. I'm closer to the people in Gary, Indiana. I just don't understand how a whole city can be without power for 11 days. They can get people to gather in stadiums for soccer. They can get people to gather in stadiums, in parks for Babyface. See, because they wanted me to be a lineman when I went in the military. My first job, I was going to be a lineman. Good thing I wasn't, because if I was a lineman and got deployed and was on operation in 03, if I was tasked like I was in 03 March when we bombed Iraq for no reason, I probably wouldn't be here. Because linemen, see, we take their stuff. That's what operations does. Is they go out there, they decimate everybody, they clear the area, and then they're put their flag in. They're we call dibs. It's our shit now. And then I think my brother put on captain in Baghdad. He was just an army jag. See, if you put on rank during wartime, you get the bonus, the military bonus, or re-enlist, you get the bonus tax-free, and then you get, it's like a big old fat chunk of change that civilians hardly ever get. Like, you don't know how much you get screwed over until like oh, this is why we didn't have food growing up. When mom was a single mom, we lived off freaking $55 food stamps between a mom and her 2 young kids. You know, dad didn't pay child support, but he was out there living his best machismo life, you know. And that is what America is, and now it's just happened too much, and Creator is going to be like, listen, man, I set this whole thing up as an Etch-a-Sketch. This whole thing is set up, it's like, I'm going to let y'all do what you want until you do too much, and then we're going to declare a do-over, and people are doing too much. And so all these people are going to be like, God smacked. I've been God smacked. I don't like it. It's just how it happens. Like, if you don't live for other people, you get your toys taken away. Like, if you don't, it has to be a balance, you know. Even like the narcissists, like, they have to give to charities, but that never trickles down. You know, it's just all self-will. And I look at God as good orderly direction because I didn't have a dad, so like I didn't have the strong male figure to say, hey, be nice to girls. Yeah, because he was an asshole to my mom. And then my brother learned how to be an asshole to my mom and me, because my dad was, because that's how you treat women. Well, I fight back. I fought back. See, usually these guys, they'll pick on somebody that's not going to fight back. And I didn't fight back because he was my brother and I didn't want to hurt him. And then I realized he's not my brother anymore. Because my brother, I don't know, I don't think a brother is supposed to slam his sister's head into the ground. I just don't think that's, like, written anywhere on, like, acceptable behavior by men that had just been through basic training. You know, but he wanted to practice what he learned. And he had rage and lost his emotional control and took it out on me. And I was a 16-year-old girl, so, I mean, I hate fighting. I'm good at defending myself. I don't like fighting. I don't go pick fights. I'm a de-escalator. And people want to escalate with me, because for some reason they think I gotta take it. So I stay away. I stay out of it. I'll stay behind the scenes. I'll give anybody my ideas if they want to do anything useful. I think one of Taos' biggest problem is people are bored. They don't have stuff to do. They don't have means to make money because the jobs and positions are already filled. But I have an app using GIS software that anybody could make $15 an hour picking up garbage. Because New Mexico is one of the richest states in the nation, and if you give people to do, they want to live a purposeful life. When I blew up my life, it's because I couldn't join things I wanted to do to better my life. Like, I couldn't understand. They said I could do anything I wanted to do. How come I can't get a job at a grocery store? You know? And then it was Creator showing me, wait a minute. You know, mom's not drinking water. When you leave and you come back, the level of the water is the same. So she's not doing, you know, and that's when I noticed that she wasn't taking care of herself like she used to. So I needed to step up more. And then we had to move all over the place. Life has been super hard. I hope I get a couple years where it's nice and light. You getting hungry, Mom?
No.
You're not getting hungry? Mom had pizza. I get this really good pizza at Sid's, this local market I shop at, where I get my ionized water. I am very fortunate. Meat's going up. I haven't. They get their meat local, so I'm not really worried about it.
Yeah.
Like the tribulations that other. As long as I go to the store and I can get some chicken, but like we could live off fruits and vegetables, you know. Like we probably should be. I have O positive blood. I require high protein, so every now and again I'll get a steak, or I like getting just like hamburger patties and cooking like a hamburger patty with seasoning in the air fryer. That's fine by me, you know. But people eat too much, and it's good that I think a lot of people are going to be on a. You want to go out? they're gonna get healthier because people are it's happening. We're in the shift where people are gonna start doing things to make themselves feel better, you know. And when people start feeling better, they start acting better. When we start acting better, you know, things will get better. But there's all these people like I have to fight myself every day not to be crabby. I'm crabby. I'm Cancer rising too, so it's exciting. But I'm just like I'm like a crotchety old man ever since I was born a little girl.